Okay. There we go. Hell yeah. There we go. Starting with Snapchat. That's fucking wild. Just a second. Boom, bada, bang. Boom, bada, bang. Ugh. Just sent out some notifications to good old Discord, or Snapchat. Good old Snapchat notifications. Send them out. Send them out. Go. Okay. I just downloaded this game too, so let's see. Are you a veteran player familiar with Uno gameplay? I'm new. Don't worry, Uno is very easy to play. Let's take 3 minutes to learn. Okay, let's do it up. Give me this shit. That's for yellow. Follow you can go to yellow. Turn. Oh yeah. No, double 2. Times 2 that bitch, yeah. That's times 2 that bitch. The reverse card will change direction. Play. Yep. Oh no. Oh, and I'm gone. Easy pickings. Classic mode. Two, one. I'm getting doubles there. Oh shit, okay. I forgot it was my turn, might be. Put me right there. Oh, what are we thinking? Let's get rid of these. I'll put my little bubble right here. There you go. Let's see. Let's get rid of our blues there. Oh, switch it to green. Switch it to green. Skip, get fucked, kid. I'm gonna use a +4. I'm gonna go. It doesn't matter. Red. Green. Draw 4 again. Green. Just to pick the same color. motherfucking Uno. Hey, I got motherfucking Uno. Uno. 1, 2, 3. Uno. Let's get rid of the reds. Ooh, get these blues out. Go +4. Red. A draw 4. Yeah, take another 4. Oh no. Dunzo. Super duper. Mhm. 2v2. Classic. What's the go wild? Second and wild +4 can stack. +2 can only be stacked on the +2 card. Oh, okay. Oh. What does this do? Oh, I guess I do all those. Oh, okay. Bring it to red. Reverse. Oh shit. I got 2 doubles. Switch it to blue, man. Yes. Oh no. Easy pickings. Drew. Give me some bangers. I'm throwing all these in right off the bat. Play it up. Oh no. I'm gonna do tone. Tone. Look at this guy. Fine. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, right away, take them all out. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, stay on red. Stay on red. Skip them. Easy wins. Easy dubs. Easy dubs. Easy dubs. I'm down to play again with this teammate. I'm down, Ski. Get more comfortable though. Fuck that. I'm laying down, hey buddy. We're going laying down tone. How we do? Start this up. Take a chooch as well. Oh, they got a +4, eh? Really good. I got a pickup already. Lit. Boom. Oh, +2, yeah. Oh, no way. No, +10. Oh, that is so fucked. That is so fucked. I just gotta help this guy out. Oh no. How did this guy get so many fucking draw fours? This guy got the luckiest. So lucky for him. 221. Play again. Oh, requires 1,000. Three, two, one. Reverse. No way, we went off that. Are we feeling a blinker challenge yet? Blinky stinky? Oh, a +4. Or good looks this time. Yeah. No. Oh, I'm using it. I'm using it. That means it's gonna up it again. No way. He's gonna up it again, and no, this guy's gonna get 16. Or it might be me if this guy fucks me up. No way. Let's go. 16. This dude has so many cards. This guy must have so much to choose from. Oh, he just skips me. Skip. Oh, he's gonna definitely double it. He has to have a +2. Blue. What? This is challenging. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, big win. Big wins. And then should go wild 4. Oh, jeez. No, I don't want to do that. Fun one. Room mode. Oh. Party mode. Oh, Jesus. Ranks. Not fucking ranks. Bang. Reactions to classic and go wild to sure. Three, two, one. Give me some good shit. You motherfucker. Who do we got in here right now vibing with us? Do you guys want to see a blinker challenge? Appreciate you popping in. Blue. Let's get him. Oh shit. Oh yeah, +4. Oh. I try to challenge him. Oh. That guy's a bitch. I'll work with my teammate on here. Oh, he won that challenge too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, yes. He doesn't have yellow. He doesn't have yellow. So he has red. Oh, they won. Fuck. $20,000. Jesus. Got a platinum going against us now. Oh no. She has a +2. She's gonna +2 to me. Yeah, I'm fucked. I just got 10. So you got all those cards there. Oh. No way. This fucking thing. I'm hoping. Oh shit. I got a yellow here. You're a bitch. Switch it to yellow. I dare you. Fuck. Playing again. I've really gotten this guy, dude. No, not really. I'm just having fun playing a mobile game. I'm playing on my tablet, just laying in bed, taking some 2 trips. I'm chilling, man. It was easy to cheat. Oh, you no, have not. I haven't tried much other things besides just normal weed, normal buds. Yeah, reverse. Give me that shit back. We're switching this bitch up to green. Yeah, that's right. So I tried that. I got a website that's pretty good. Oh shit, that's pretty cool. Oh no. Change to red. Haha. Haha. Yeah. Put number 1 down, I dare you. Oh, I didn't challenge. Oh, side sight. Oh, this bitch. No. What the fuck? Challenge. Shit. I'm fucked. We're losing this. Son of a bitch! Fucking Uno, man. Fucking Uno, man. Son of a bitch. Well, there goes all that. Gotta go back to the fucking 200s again because my shit teammates don't know how to play fucking Uno. Jesus. Maybe I should just do no. I should just do solo. No fucking teammates. Oh, we're going right off the bat. Get rid of half of our cards and get out of here. Give me this shit right here. Uno, bitch. Uno, bitch. I'm winning this shit right here. This is easy dub central money. Done. Done. I don't care what it is. Done. Easy wins. Give me it. Dookie butt cheeks, eh? That's right, level me up. The hell is that? How much money I got here? 360? What the fuck? Fucking hiccuping. You want to team up on Uno? You have Uno downloaded? If you got it downloaded there. Ugh. Got fucking Fred. Two times, bitch. Different versions of the App Store. Yeah, I don't. I just downloaded one of them. Like, I literally downloaded it just before just before I did the live stream. I just downloaded this game. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's play some Uno. Oh, put it back. Reverse. 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 If it's just the Uno, then I got it. Yeah, it should just be Uno. Should just be Uno. Fucking Uno. Fucking need to pick up a card. Play it. Play it. Oh, it's a +4. Eh? Oh, he's going up with it. Oh no. Thank God. Oh shit, this guy's a Uno. Shit. Don't fuck me over, guy. Oh, thanks. Definitely has fucking cards there. So we know he doesn't have green. He don't have no green, eh? Skips him, goes to him, he doesn't have a green. Yes, gets him some more. Oh my. Oh my, look at. I gotta get it on the green again. Play +4. Green. Son of a bitch, man. This guy's a bitch. Oh, play it. Landon, how we doing, man? I'm getting baked right now. Awesome to hear. Awesome. We're playing some fucking Uno, man. Gotta love it. If we got anybody in here that hasn't hit that like button too, smash it up. We're playing fucking Uno. Chilling vibe, man. Reverse. Fuck you. Oh, let's go. Play it. This guy's on fucking Uno. He doesn't have yellow. We gotta remember that. No way. Put it to yellow. Put it to yellow, you stupid fuck. Oh, we lost. Yeah, we lost. We lost, eh? Dang it. We gotta win this match. Gats to win it. Who's thinking blinker challenge? I'll do a blinker challenge. We got the hide mag. Good old hide mag. Give me some good shit. Oh, that's kind of buns. I'm always going last. Oh, thank God. Yeah, there you go. Let's get this bitch. What? I just draw a card. Yeah, do it up green, man. No way, he's gonna times to it. Oh, okay. Oh no. Just throwing tomatoes at each other. Shit. Fuck. What do we got? Oh, it's another fucking stupid thing. Another stupid thing. 5-star. Oh, what the hell? Get out of here. How do you do the social chat? I have no clue either. Social, write friends, and get coins. Or reaches level 5. So you have to reach level 5. Search. That's my ID right there. You have to reach level 5 there. So once you reach level 5, you gotta let me know. Which is just doing the first fucking few things. That's my ID. I don't see anything popped up. Did anything pop up? I don't see anything that popped up there. Time to eat. We don't got that. We got 36 coins left. We ain't got enough earrings. What happens if that? Oh, we got a lucky spin. Oh, I could have gotten 200. Fuck, bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a fuck. Classic, man. Let's just do classic. Man. Maybe I can back my money here. Back my money, man. Hopefully. Classics. Oh, man. Nice. I haven't gotten yellow either. Skip. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Just ready, right here. Son of a bitch, man. Green. No way. +4. Oh my fucking god. Challenge it. Oh, might as well. Jesus Christmas tree. I don't think I'm gonna be winning this one, eh? I can't even get a play in here. You don't got another one, bitch. Yeah, that's right. Don't give it to him in red. You fuck. Oh, okay, what a waste. Son of a fuck. We're getting screwed over here every fucking time now. I thought they have zero coins left. Yeah, I don't know if I can do any more of this. I gave up. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm giving up. I got another game downloaded. We're gonna see how this game plays there. Oh shit! It's up and down there. A little different. A little different. Dun-dun-dun. Just loading. Oh, there we go. Boop. This is a new game, eh? New game. You gotta make the check within range. I don't know. I just downloaded this one too. Give me his shit then. This is all the training shit. This is all the training shit, eh? We can go on the Play Store and download a new game if you guys want to do that. If you guys have a certain game, or if you guys do any gaming, mobile gaming, let me know. We can download something. I'm always down. There's a little bit, man. Kind of skeleton, something. You can rest here. I'll protect you, Kevin. Kevin, shut up, Kevin. Somebody go back home. Oh, okay, this is where I store my shit. Getting some wood and shit, eh? I don't really know how this operates. So I go in here. Oh, we have to the expedition. Eh? Oh shit, here we go. Yeah, that's right, guy. That's right, guy. Get bodied. Take a few hits here. Take a few hits. Multi-shot. Multi-shot. Equip. Equip. Jeez, I'm almost dead out in this bitch. I think these are these heal? Okay, well we gotta defeat these fuckers then. I don't have any fucking health. Oh shit. Boom, boom, boom. Keep on it, keep on it. Train with all your resources you keep. Return. I'm fine. Campfire. Sitting around the campfire and singing a campfire song. CMPIFRIING song. And it didn't faster. I don't mean to keep on hitting that. Just getting along. A wooden key is required. I'm gonna get some wood. Just saying, a long campfire. Don't. CMPIFRIING song. Dimensions, stone cavities, and stones, and cavities, and tables. Okay. Okay. I see. Understand. Is this how I just get out every single time? I just go in here. Oh, yep. Expedition 2. Get some metal. Hey, it's a wooden key that I need. Oh. Oh shit. Little slime balls there. Rapid fire. That's it? That's all that was here? Understandable. Just making sure I got everything. Got him. Fucking squad of them right there. Get a little bit of protection in here. Jeez. Rapid fire shots on him. Multi-shot, piercing shot, lightning. Piercing shot. See if that will do anything. Equip. Equip. Jeez, these little guys. Easy pickings. I'll go back. Fuck that. Return. Fuck that. I want to open up this chest. Guidebook too. I don't want a fucking guidebook. Guidebook. I was forgetting. Skill sheet. Okay. I'm not feeling this game, man. Not feeling that game, eh, bud? Let's see what else we got here. See what else we got here, eh, bud? I gave up on it. Gave up on the game. It is what it is. Yeah, let that keep YouTube up. Take out that. On Amazon. Can I actually use YouTube on? I can? What the fuck? I'm just gonna watch someone else's YouTube. Just gonna watch YouTube, yeah. That was the one I just downloaded right here. It's not that fun. Oh, Pokemon, yeah, I haven't played that for a little bit, eh? It's a good game. It's a good game, eh, bud? Who's trying to see a blinker challenge here? Blinky Stinky challenge. Hey, that loaded up pretty quickly. Preparing to start game. Oh, there you go. Downloading the update. One megabyte a second. We're getting new Wi-Fi today, so that should be pretty sweet. Just waiting for it to load. Waiting for it to load. Yeah. Take a nap. Fucking snooze. Nap time. Nap time, nap time, nap time, nap time, nap time. Nap time, nap time, nap time, nap time, nap time. Nap time. Hey, nap time. What? Nap time. Straight. I haven't played Pokemon Unite in a little bit. Bag to the bone. Got all these updates. I haven't played it. Oh, why is it asking me this again? You really have to go on the terms of use page? The whole separate page for this? This is nuts. It doesn't even load up. I can still press next. Okay. I thought we already had this. Let's throw in some fucking. Month, fucking 7th fucking day. Let's pick the fucking 31st. Okay. You didn't sign with a Nintendo account, man? Sound like Google. Total mess. Great, new sub there. Oh, what the fuck? This thing needs some updates to it. Big body game. Jeez. Is there team speaking in this too? Jesus. They're really getting serious about it. After the operation, the game will restart data will be reloaded. I guess we just wait. I agree. I thought we already had this set up. Oh. Tone. Oh. That's gonna be tone body. Tone body. Change invalid words. Okay. You probably can't have a space in it. Probably can't have a space. Tony. 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 Oh, man. Oh, man. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's also downloading game and it's also streaming it. Things probably flipping out right now. So what the fuck? I think you can move around like W, A, S, and D. That would have been sweet. Okay. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. What the hell just happened? I can unplug these ones too. There we go. Hold them on like a tablet now. It's what it feels like. go big body mode. Jeez, got the lightning. You basically fell asleep. All good, man. All good. I'm playing some Pokemon now. Gotta love it. If you want to see a blinker challenge, I'll do a Blinky Stinky too. I should probably go to bed, but you know, it is what it is. I might honestly do a smoke sesh. I'm thinking about it. Might do a little smoking toke, early morning smoking toke. I'm tired. Well, the verse is about as we're imposing goals, scoring these goals. Yep. Gotcha. Put you top center. Put me top center. I should say. Boom, 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 boom. Ready, go. Ready, go. Get out of here, buddy. Keep pushing forward. Oh, shit. Score. Boom. Score some more points. Fuck out of here, buddy. Oh shit, we're in a battle here. We're gonna have a battle here today. Get over here. Get over here. Get back here, buddy. Put in 60 more. Oh shit, I got slowness. Oh shit. Back it up, back it up. Oh, big guy now. Oh. I'm on fire. Fucking boom, boom, boom. Keep her moving, keep her moving. Gotta go beat this thing. Easy pickings. I took out fucking 80 of them. Get out of here. This dude's just getting on top of the... Get out of here, buddy. Oh no. How do you recover? Oh. Monday. Yeah. That's how we do it. Only Monday. Actually, I'm curious on that. Sort this out. I want to see what's going on in Ukraine right now. See what's going down. The week. Best you can get is fucking 720, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's a really strong call for all of us to start doing the heavy lifting that's going to ensure a just, equitable world and ensure that we have a sustainable planet.
Romanian or the Hungarian, the Slovak side. It's inside Ukraine, but I must say our embassy was able to organize a fleet of.
There's been, we in Estonia have been talking about Russia's intentions for some time.
Economy.
The first problem is regulation. We must absolutely regulate digital activities on the continent. That means having clear roles and specify access conditions. The second problem is a problem regarding content. We need to make sure that the applications that will be developed in the digital sector answer to the people's needs.
To achieve this digital future, the DRC plans to cooperate on an international tax on tech giants and establish fair trade practices with its partners.
There's a lot of human capital, young people living there, female entrepreneurs, the strength of women in the African economy when it comes to innovation and technology. And the EU should be the trading partner for the continent.
In Brussels, the finance minister of the DRC signed an agreement with a consulting firm and the French Development Agency. Under this deal, 600,000 euros will be allocated to the elaboration of a national plan for the development of digital infrastructures.
It's to define a policy, define a framework in which public investments like those of the French Development Agency or other actors, in which private investments especially will be able to grow well.
Digital transformation, insists the Congolese government, is vital to modernize the DRC's economy, especially in fields like agriculture.
Had a fucking hiccup.
The ambition of the government is to make sure that agriculture and the agro industry take back their place, and to do that we need farmers, small and big, who use modern means and methods to strengthen their productivity.
Building sustainable agri-food systems is a major concern in many parts of Africa. Another pressing issue that's deeply interconnected to agriculture is climate change, and with its rich ecosystem, the DRC can take a leading role in this global fight.
We know that we have the potential, at least in terms of our environment, which can be an answer to these threats and maintain global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
While Europe and Africa agree on the need to fight against global warming together, another important topic has yet to find common grounds: COVID-19. Only 11% of the African population is fully vaccinated against the virus. African leaders have accused Europeans of hoarding vaccine doses, but the main point of contention is the EU's refusal to lift intellectual property rights on vaccines and other products.
We are talking about the lives of millions, hundreds of millions of people, rather than the profitability of the few companies.
Leaders from both continents say they will continue working together in the coming months to find a solution on COVID vaccines. Despite these differences, the delegations left the summit satisfied and committed to a better partnership, a partnership that will prove increasingly necessary to overcome the challenges of today and of tomorrow.
Welcome back to the program. Let's get a reminder now of our top story on Euronews this hour. Peace talks between Ukraine and Russian officials are taking place on the Belarusian border. Kiev had asked for a ceasefire and a Russian troop withdrawal before the meeting and says it has low expectations of a diplomatic breakthrough to end the war, which is now in its fifth day.
This is the other side of what is happening in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, where fighting between Russian and Ukrainian forces continued on Sunday. Small patients in the children's hospital were forced to move to a bomb shelter. There, medical staff are caring for children with the most basic needs. Here is a mattress. You can sleep here, they tell the child. I don't want to, he replies. We live here now. This is our house. Look, here is a kettle, his mother explains. Kharkiv is a city of 1.4 million inhabitants in eastern Ukraine, very close to the Russian border. Some call it the capital of Russian-speaking Ukraine, but at the moment, it is essentially a city under siege.
Is anybody helping me at the airport, Monsieur Chava? Yes, the 2 cases and the children. Can you take them?
Only after crossing the borders and leaving Ukraine behind them that refugees can rest for a while. Sometimes their relatives and friends greeted them in the north of Romania, while hundreds of volunteers offer food and drinks. Vasily is a refugee with double citizenship. He left Ukraine to Germany to put his relatives into a safe place, but he decided to return home and resist.
My wife is waiting for me. I've been gone for 3 days and she's waiting, calling me many times. Where are you? Where are you? She's waiting back for me.
With their wives and children fleeing the country, most Ukrainian men are forced to stay and survive the Russian invasion. Few consider themselves lucky to own a Romanian citizenship.
Everywhere is dangerous. 2 or 3 rockets can come in one night and small children die. My youngest is 6 years old and I cannot hide him. But I have 7 children.
We have heard some explosions, and after that we thought that something bad is going to happen. And we got over from Georgia, and now we'll transfer to Georgia somehow.
Most of the refugees are traveling to west in countries like Poland, Germany, or Italy. Others choose free local accommodation, such as hotels or local homes.
We have sandwich, fruits, water, milk, chicken. Is it enough for the refugees? Until now, it's enough for everybody. The distance between the Ukraine-Romania border and Kiev is only 500 kilometers. Claudiu Popa, Euronews Romania.
Europe is witnessing what could become the largest humanitarian crisis on the continent in many years. That was the warning from the European Commission as thousands flee the fighting in Ukraine. More than 360,000 have already left the country. 200,000 of them have headed across Poland's border. But the EU must brace itself for far more.
As for humanitarian situation overall, currently expected number of displaced Ukrainians is over 7 million people. And in the worst case scenario, if this war of aggression continues, they will find themselves in urgent need of humanitarian assistance.
As a result, the European Commission has strongly advised member states to cut red tape for Ukrainian citizens fleeing from the war to safety. In fact, all 27 nations in the bloc have decided to accept Ukrainian refugees without asylum applications. The decision was agreed unanimously, following a meeting of its interior ministers. The open door style policy will remain in place for up to 3 years. The EU is also going to make funds available to support the countries on the front line of the refugee crisis. Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, and Romania are also opening their borders to let in those trying to escape the fighting.
The British Defence Secretary says he believes that Russia's move to put its nuclear deterrent on high alert is designed to distract from its failure so far to take control of Ukraine. Ben Wallace said the British government was keeping Vladimir Putin's comments under review, but he thinks that talk of nuclear weapons will simply rhetoric, reminding people that he has at his disposal that the Russian leader does not want to use it. The UK government is stepping up its response to the invasion of Ukraine, trying to take credit for the Allies' decision to freeze Russian banks out of the SWIFT international payment system, and it's promising a rapid change to the law here to stop wealthy Russians hiding their property assets behind shell companies. Yesterday, Prime Minister Boris Johnson addressed a congregation at the Ukrainian cathedral here in London. He told them that Britain would be very generous to refugees coming here, government's been criticised for the limited run on offers. Its neighbour in Ireland waived visa restrictions for Ukrainians last week. The UK is currently only allowing immediate family members of Ukrainians already living here to come and join them. One minister even suggested that refugees could apply for seasonal worker visas, currently used by migrants. Defence Secretary Ben Wallace was asked this morning about the far more generous approach taken by the European Union, and he said that London would reflect and potentially open its door wider to Ukrainian refugees in the coming days. Ty Enright, Euronews, London.
Last week, the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said sanctions against Russia would have a strong and immediate effect. And that appears to be the case with the ruble plummeting in markets this morning. Anka earlier has been following the rise of calls as she joins me now in the studio. Anka, tell us why we're seeing this meltdown.
Well, first off, let's just talk about how significant this meltdown has been. The ruble dropped more than 30% against the U.S. dollar since Friday's close. It's at its weakest level in history against the U.S. dollar. So you can see that steep drop at the end of this chart that's going to load right here. So that is Monday's open. It has recovered a bit as trading got on in Asia, but I think what this means is that we're starting to see the effects of sanctions from the West. So from freezing Russia's financial assets and excluding some Russian banks from SWIFT, which of course is that messaging system that facilitates international transactions, the ruble dropping is a symptom of wider panic inside and outside of Russia. The fear here is that there will be a complete meltdown of the Russian economy, and that could have knock-on effects on other economies as well. Concerns that bank cards will no longer work, that payment methods like Apple Pay will no longer work. There will be a cash shortage, that the Russian central bank won't be able to liquidate its assets in order to cushion this blow. I think that is the biggest fear here.
And so how's the government responded to this?
Well, Russia's central bank is trying to limit that fallout. It's more than doubled its base interest rate from 9.5% to 20%. It's also blocked foreign investors from selling securities on Russian markets. So it's important to note here that 45% of Russian stocks and bonds are actually owned by non-residents. The central bank also saying that it will support banks by supplying cash. It says that it's going to release $7 billion worth of rubles from its reserves. But the problem here is that it may not be able to liquidate those assets. Some of these sanctions from the West have frozen Russian assets. The Russian central bank had these massive reserves of foreign currencies and gold worth up to $640 billion. But if they can't liquidate them because they're frozen, then they won't be able to collect that cash and to raise those funds.
But what would be the wider effects?
Well, the wider effects that we're seeing, so inside Russia, of course, as usual, normal people are really going to be suffering a lot from these sanctions. Inflation will grow, purchasing power will diminish. So you're going to see a lot of Russians having trouble to buy basic goods. The price of imports also will be increasing. So that for Russian businesses and businesses functioning in Russia that aren't necessarily run by Russians are going to have a lot of trouble conducting their business. And of course, we know that the economy is global. So this won't just be Russian companies, but a lot of European companies are also going to bear the brunt of these sanctions. For example, France is the 35 out of 40 of the biggest companies in France that are listed on the CAC 40 have significant Russian investments. Also on the DAX in Frankfurt, only 2 out of the 40 companies listed on the DAX don't have investments in Russia. So we're going to see a lot of blowback from these sanctions in Europe as well, which I think is why we saw a lot of hesitancy from Western leaders when it came to these sanctions, especially the SWIFT system, because they're really going to be feeling it as well.
That's it for now. Another reminder, of course, that we're here throughout the day bringing you the latest developments on Russia's war in Ukraine. Do stay with us and also check out our website, Euronews.com.
Our world is evolving faster than ever before. In this Euronews debate, our experts will discuss how to successfully regenerate a town or region. Join me, Damon Ebling, and our panelists live on Euronews.com.
It is not just about a virus. It is about what this means for our world. All the questions that these uncertain times raise. Who are we? Who will we become? Standing together. Sometimes against each other. Some see this moment as an opportunity for change, while others look forward to going back to old habits. It's not just about the virus. It's about us.
Our world is evolving faster than ever before. In this Euronews debate, our experts will discuss how to successfully regenerate a town or region. Join me, Damon Ebling, and our panelists live on Euronews.com.
Welcome back to the program. Let's get a reminder now of our top story on Euronews this hour. Peace talks between Ukraine and Russian officials are taking place on the Belarusian border. Kiev had asked for a ceasefire and a Russian troop withdrawal before the meeting and says it has low expectations of a diplomatic breakthrough to end the war, which is now in its 5th day.
This is the other side of what is happening in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, where fighting between Russian and Ukrainian forces continued on Sunday. Small patients in the children's hospital were forced to move to a bomb shelter. There, medical staff are caring for children with the most basic needs. Here is a mattress. You can sleep here, they tell the child. I don't want to, he replies. We live here now. This is our house. Look, here is a kettle, his mother explains. Kharkiv is a city of 1.4 million inhabitants in eastern Ukraine, very close to the Russian border. Some call it the capital of Russian-speaking Ukraine. But at the moment, it is essentially a city under siege.
Is anybody helping me at the airport in Suchava? Yes, the 2 cases and the children. Can you take them?
Only after crossing the borders and leaving Ukraine behind them that refugees can rest for a while. Sometimes their relatives and friends greet them in the north of Romania, while hundreds of volunteers offer foods and drinks. Vasily is a refugee with double citizenship. He left Ukraine to Germany to put his relatives into safe place, but he decided to return home and resist.
My wife is waiting for me. I've been gone for 3 days and she's waiting, calling me many times. Where are you? Where are you?
This shit's fucking nuts.
With their wives and children fleeing the country, most Ukrainian men are forced to stay and survive the Russian invasion. Few consider themselves lucky to own a Romanian citizenship.
Gotta turn my camera on here. There we go. There we go.
Georgia, and now we'll transfer to Georgia somehow.
Most of the refugees are traveling to West.
Trying to see if the audio is good.
Germany or Italy. Others choose free local accommodation, such as hotels or local.
I'm gonna do a blinker challenge, yeah.
Sandwich, fruits, water, milk, chicken. Is it enough for the refugees? Until now, it's enough for everybody. The distance between the Ukraine-Romania border and Kiev is only 500 kilometers. Claudiu Popa, Euronews, Romania.
Europe is witnessing what could become the largest humanitarian crisis on the continent in many years. That was the warning from the European Commission as thousands flee the fighting in Ukraine. More than 360,000 have already.
Did you rename the stream? Yeah, I renamed the stream.
200,000 of them have headed across Poland's border.
I renamed the stream, eh?
But the EU must brace itself for far more.
Do you guys not want to see the chat? I
As
can
for
take off the
humanitarian
chat.
situation overall,
Take
the
off the
currently
chat
expected
if that's
number of displaced Ukrainians is over
bothering
7
people here.
million people. And in the worst case scenario, if this war of aggression continues, they will find themselves in urgent need
This
of
shit's just
humanitarian
nuts.
assistance.
As a result, the European Commission has strongly advised member states to cut red tape for Ukrainian citizens fleeing from the war to safety. In fact, all 27 nations in the bloc have decided to accept Ukrainian refugees without asylum applications. The decision was agreed unanimously following a meeting of its interior ministers.
Get some better
The
light in
open
here.
door style policy will
There
remain
you
in
go.
place for up to 3 years. The EU is also going to make funds available to support the countries on the front line of the refugee crisis. Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, and Romania are also opening their borders to let in those trying to escape the fighting.
This is just nuts what's going down and just somewhere, around the world.
The British Defense Secretary says he believes that Russia's move to put its nuclear
Let me know if the
deterrence
audio
on
level's good. If I need to change it, turn it up, turn it down, let me know.
to take control of Ukraine. Ben Wallace said the British government was keeping Vladimir Putin's comments under review, but he thinks that talk of nuclear weapons is simply rhetoric, reminding people that he has them at his disposal, but that the Russian leader does not want to use them. The UK government is stepping up its response to the invasion of Ukraine. It's trying to take credit for the Allies' decision to freeze Russian banks out of the SWIFT international payment system, and it's promising a rapid change to the law here to stop wealthy Russians hiding their property assets in Britain behind
A tad louder.
Yesterday, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson,
Got you.
addressed a congregation at a
It just switches. Sometimes the audio's too loud, and then sometimes it goes down.
very generous to refugees coming here.
Just let me know.
Criticized for the
I don't want it to be. I want you guys to be able to hear it too.
neighbor in Ireland waived visa restrictions for Ukrainians last week.
Because this shit's just nuts.
Currently only allowing immediate family members of Ukrainians already living here to come and join them. One minister even suggested the refugees could apply for seasonal worker visas, most commonly used by fruit pickers. Well, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace was asked this morning about the far more generous approach taken by the European Union, and he said that London would reflect and potentially open its door wider to Ukrainian refugees in the coming days. Ty Enright, Euronews in London.
Last week, the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said sanctions against Russia would have a strong and immediate effect. And that appears to be the case with the ruble plummeting in markets this morning. Anchor Ulia has been following the rise and falls as she joins me now in the studio. Anchor, tell us, why are we seeing this meltdown?
Well, first off, let's just talk about how significant this meltdown has been. The ruble dropped more than 30% against the US dollar since Friday's close. It's at its weakest level in history against the US dollar. So you can see that steep drop at the end of this chart that's going to load right here.
Oh, jeez.
So that is Monday's
That's
open.
a big
It has
drop.
recovered a bit as trading got on in Asia. But I think what this means is that we're starting to see the effects of sanctions from the West. So from freezing Russia's financial assets and excluding some Russian banks from SWIFT, which of course is that messaging system that facilitates international transactions, the ruble dropping is a symptom of wider panic inside and outside of Russia. The fear here is that there will be a complete meltdown of the Russian economy, and that could have knockoff effects on other economies as well. Concerns that bank cards will no longer work, that payment methods like Apple Pay will no longer work. There will be a cash shortage, that the Russian central bank won't be able to liquidate its assets in order to cushion this blow. I think that is the
Not being
biggest
able to
fear
use your
here.
own money. That must be crazy.
Well, Russia's central bank is trying to limit that fallout. It's more than doubled its base interest rate from 9.5% to 20%. It's also blocked foreign investors from selling securities on Russian markets. So it's important to note here that 45% of Russian stocks and bonds are actually owned by non-residents. The central bank also saying that it will support banks by supplying cash. It says that it's going to release $7 billion worth of rubles from its reserves. But the problem here is that it may not be able to liquidate those assets. Some of these sanctions from the West have frozen Russian assets. The Russian central bank has these massive reserves of foreign currencies and gold. worth up to $640 billion. But if they can't liquidate them because they're frozen, then they won't be able to collect that cash and to raise those funds.
But what would be the wider effects of this?
Well, the wider effects that we're seeing, so inside Russia, of course, as usual, normal people are really going to be suffering a lot from these sanctions. Inflation will grow, purchasing power will diminish. So you're going to see a lot of Russians having trouble to buy basic goods. The price of imports also will be increasing. So that for Russian businesses and businesses functioning in Russia that aren't necessarily run by Russians are going to have a lot of trouble conducting their business. And of course, we know that the economy is global. So this won't just be Russian companies, but a lot of European companies are also going to bear the brunt of these sanctions. For example, France is the 35 out of 40 of the biggest companies in France that are listed on the CAC 40 have significant Russian investments. Also on the DAX in Frankfurt, only 2 out of the 40 companies listed on the DAX don't have investments in Russia. So we're going to see a lot of blowback from these sanctions in Europe as well, which I think is why we saw a lot of hesitancy from Western leaders.
Breaking news on France 24 and France24.com.
Live from Paris, the headlines this afternoon. Ukrainian forces retain control of Kyiv as fighting enters its fifth day. The death toll is rising. Over 100 civilians confirmed dead, with the United Nations saying the actual figure is likely far higher. Russians and Ukrainians are today holding their first ever talks in person since the war began, this in neighbouring Belarus. Ukrainian delegates are demanding an immediate ceasefire. This just a day after Vladimir Putin put Russia's nuclear deterrent on high alert. And 500,000 people flee Ukraine. The EU is warning millions more are likely to follow. Coming up in the programme, we'll get the latest from the Polish border with our correspondent there, Emmanuel Shaz. Good afternoon. It is day 5 of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This morning, the Russian Defense Ministry said its forces had now seized 2 cities in the southeast of Ukraine, but the capital Kyiv and the second city Kharkiv remain in Ukrainian hands today. Our senior foreign editor Rob Parsons is in the capital Kiev. He sent us this on the move there.
It clearly is still very tense, but it's an opportunity for people to get out, relax a bit, get some fresh air. Remember, many of them have been cooped up in the metro station for the previous 48 hours. They're taking the opportunity to get out on the street, do some shopping, because several shops have opened. We ourselves called in a small supermarket, stocked up on a few provisions. Later, we stopped to talk to some people in a queue outside a chemist. we spoke to them, they told us that they were trying to gather medicines in the face of the Russian threat, which could, they understand perfectly well, hit them very hard soon. One woman told me her husband had suffered a stroke and she needed to get medicine for him. The situation for many of them, in other words, is pretty desperate, but they're using this opportunity to gather what they can in terms of medicaments, food, in preparation for what they know, if it happens, will give them a very difficult life over the next few weeks.
So that's the mood today in the capital. What about elsewhere in Ukraine? Our senior reporter Catherine Norris-Trent sent us this from the central city of Kryvyi-Rih.
Right now, I am in the city of Kryvyi Rih in central southern Ukraine towards the east. And here the situation is calm, but in the region there's an awful lot of tension. Around the nearby city of Zaporizhzhia, there are reports the airport was struck there overnight, and also fears that Russian troops are advancing towards a major nuclear power station in the region, the Nedahodor power station, which supplies electricity to a lot of Ukraine. So people are obviously concerned about that, especially given Vladimir Putin's recent remarks or threats about what they could possibly do at nuclear sites. We managed to speak to one employee in the power station this morning at 9:30 a.m. local time, who confirmed that Russian troops were not inside the complex at present, but that only 10% of staff there were working because of clearly the big security fears. Now, in the cities around this region where we've been, there have been several air raid and bomb alerts, and we've heard those air raid sirens ringing out and seen people, ourselves included, rushing down to bomb shelters to try and keep safe. So there's clearly a lot of tension in the air, and a lot of people are watching what is happening with the Russian troops in the south of Ukraine, who have advanced from Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014. So there have been reports around of clashes around key cities, including Odessa, that port there on the Black Sea, Mariupol, another big port down in the southeast, that's on the Sea of Azov, where we were a few days ago. Lots of shelling reported there, and other battles around key sites on the southern border of Ukraine. And people in this area are very concerned that there could be an advance from the south. At the moment, the Russians don't seem to be gaining ground quickly, but of course that could all change fast.
That's Catherine Norris-Trent for us there. She's in the city of Kryvyi-Rih. Well, within the past few hours today, Russian and Ukrainian diplomats have sat down for talks in Belarus, this aimed at pausing the conflict. The Ukrainian president's office says it wants an immediate ceasefire and the withdrawal of Russian troops. Now, meanwhile, the Kremlin said it would not declare its official position publicly ahead of those talks. Well, covering proceedings for us today is France 24's Angela Diffley, and she's with me now. Angela, what can you tell us about these talks going on today in Belarus?
Well, whilst Volodymyr Zelensky says the next 24 hours are crucial for the future of Ukraine, he is utterly sceptical about the outcome of these talks. He's laid down his conditions. He said there must be a ceasefire and that Russia must get out of his country. But all of this against the background of Russia, Putin having raised the readiness of nuclear weapons in his country, and Volodymyr Zelensky having to try and assess whether that is a bluff or whether that is something to be really fearful of. That is an impossible position in which to negotiate. So nobody holds out any real hope for these talks on the border of Belarus. There have been some other developments as well. There are reports that troops are being readied in Belarus to join Russian forces. That hasn't yet been verified. But it's a very, very difficult position for Zelensky to be in, to be simply unable to understand what might be going on in Putin's mind. Set against that, there have been some positive developments for the Ukrainians. Decided to band together and send arms. That's a really important development because it's the very first time Germany in 70 years it's completely turned around its defense policy and agreed to go in and join buying weapons for Ukraine. Sweden too, which is an officially neutral country. So there have been lots of uplifting messages for Volodymyr Zelensky, but those talks few people expect much to come out of them.
As you said, though, the European Union working hard to support Ukraine in different ways. Now, that does include a raft of sanctions. They are the strongest sanctions the EU has ever imposed on any country. And it does seem today they're taking an effect, aren't they, in Russia?
Yes, they are. And there are further sanctions as well. The airlines are not going to be allowed to fly in and out of Russia. That will be more complete by the end of today. And also Russia's foreign currency reserve. That is potentially a game changer. $630 billion of foreign currency reserve is now being blocked from Russian access. That had a huge effect against the Taliban in Afghanistan. It's potentially a game changer. We've already seen in Russia people lining up outside banks. The ruble has plunged, and we can see real worry about money in Russia. All of these things are contributing to unnerve Putin. There are reports, we all know, that this has not in any way gone to plan, but whether that contributes to making him more desperate or more inclined to pull back is the enormous question.
Angela Diffley for now. Thanks very much indeed. Well, in more diplomatic news, this afternoon, the United Nations will convene its first emergency session of the General Assembly in decades. The focus, of course, will be the war
How we dog
in
diddly
Ukraine.
doing,
And
man?
any resolution passed
One
there
second,
would
let me
not be
put my camera
binding,
on.
but does carry significant political
Let me
weight.
put my camera on here.
Yes, you know, explains.
How we doing?
Will the diplomatic community give Russia the cold shoulder? That's at the heart
This
of
shit's
a rare
just fucking
emergency
nuts, man.
special session of the UN
This
General
shit's
Assembly.
nuts.
All 193 members will
You
get
feeling
a
a blinker
chance
challenge?
to speak before deciding on whether to support a resolution to condemn Russia's quote
Blinky
unprovoked
stinky?
armed aggression in Ukraine and demand its immediate withdrawal.
These are issues that affect all member states.
The camera's so small. I know it is so small. I put myself right over her face. Now I'm talking. Hi. I am a big and an important person. And I have a
The
mic.
decision to convene the General Assembly comes after Russia
Put
vetoed a
myself up there.
Security
How we
Council
doing?
resolution condemning the war in Ukraine
I'll move
on
myself more to
Friday.
the center so you
Under
guys can
the
see me.
1950 resolution called Uniting for Peace, the General
I'm
Assembly
live streaming from my
can
tablet,
call an
so
emergency session to consider issues relating to international peace and security if the Security Council is unable to act
blinker challenge
because
time.
the
Cheers to
five
that.
veto-holding permanent members can't come to an agreement.
Jeez.
Russia again voted
If you just popping in
against the
too, smash that
resolution,
like button. Helps us
but
get
this
broadcast
is
to
a
more
measure
people.
that
More
can't
people need
be
to know about
vetoed.
this shit going on in
Any
today's
attempt
date.
to
I bet they
circumvent
probably
or
know already,
disregard
but
the position of the
going on
Russian
to current
Federation undermines
times
the
right now,
very
current
bedrock of the UN
news.
Charter.
This shit's nuts.
We shouldn't push through such
Cheers.
schemes, but endeavour to find common ground, regardless of our Western partners' attempts to avoid it.
The West and its allies will be hoping to improve on the 100 countries who voted in favor of the General Assembly resolution declaring Russia's annexation of Crimea invalid. While the GA's resolutions are
Jeez.
non-binding, they carry political weight and a chance to isolate Russia further on the world stage.
Well, also tonight, the UN Security Council
Hey, she's
will
not bad
convene
looking.
again to discuss
She's pretty
the war.
look. She's pretty
It
good
is the
looking.
Council's fifth meeting on Ukraine
I
in
can
the
see it with
last
the glasses.
week.
Glasses
The French
on.
ambassador to the United Nations says it will propose a resolution to guarantee unfettered humanitarian access to meet the needs of the Ukrainian people. Worth keeping in mind, however, that Russia, like all members, does retain veto rights at the Security Council.
Oh, crack the back.
Well, the Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky has made his position clear on the steps ahead. He is demanding Russian troops lay down their weapons. Also today, he's asking the European Union to grant Ukraine immediate membership to help it repel the Russian invasion. Have a listen to him making that request earlier today.
We appeal to the European Union for the immediate accession of Ukraine via a new special procedure. We are grateful to our partners for being with us, but our goal is to be with all Europeans, and most importantly, to be equal.
So how likely is it that how is that request likely to be met by the Kremlin, excuse me? Have a listen to our chief foreign editor, Rob Parsons, who's reporting from Kyiv.
the last thing he wants is for Ukraine to see a path either to European Union membership or to NATO membership. That is part and parcel of why he has taken the decision to invade Ukraine. This is, this is a critical moment, not just for Ukraine, but for Vladimir Putin too. If he loses this, if he is forced to withdraw, he will very likely face the possibility of being overthrown, removed from power inside Russia itself. He's really taking a massive political risk, I think, with this. So, the possibility of Ukraine joining the European Union, for him, would be absolutely catastrophic. It's not going to happen anytime soon. It was interesting that Ursula von der Leyen said yesterday that yes, Ukraine is a European country. Ukraine will one day, without putting a date on it, become part of the European Union. The path and the door are open to accession. Ukraine is asking, as you pointed out, for more than that. It's asking for a special dispensation for immediate membership. Let's wait and see. The European Union hasn't responded to that, but I suspect they'll be cautious.
Well, as we've been reporting here on France 24, the EU sanctions against Russia are the toughest the bloc has ever taken. They include directly targeting the President Vladimir Putin and his Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, closing EU airspace to Russian aircraft, and banning Russian state broadcasting within the EU. Crucially as well, member states have agreed to unblock 450 million euros to buy arms for Ukraine. It is an unprecedented step, as James Mulholland reports.
A historical first for the European Union, as the bloc on Sunday agreed to send weapons to a country at war.
For the first time ever, the European Union will finance the purchase and delivery of weapons and other equipment to a country that is under attack.
After the United States, several NATO allies from the EU are now to send arms to Ukraine, including Germany, which dropped a long-standing block against sending lethal weapons to a war zone. They're transferring 1,000 anti-tank weapons, 500 Stinger surface-to-air missiles, and 14 armored vehicles. Sweden is sending 5,000 anti-tank rockets, the first time it's broken its historical neutral stance in over 80 years. Then, it was also the same aggressor.
Europe, but also Sweden, is now in an exceptional situation. The last time this happened was when the Soviet Union invaded Finland in 1939.
Belgium, the Netherlands, and the Czech Republic are among others, sending hundreds of rockets and thousands of assault weapons. But with many of Ukraine's airports damaged and some under Russian control, delivering the arms presents a challenge. Road transport remains the most viable option, with two countries to play a key role, Poland and Romania. All NATO bases in Romania have been reinforced, like here near the Black Sea port of Constanța. With its 650 kilometers of border with Ukraine, the arrival of NATO troops is reassuring.
Romania is not a target. We will be protected. We hope that this war in Ukraine will be over as quickly as possible.
These French soldiers are preparing to deploy to Bucharest. Their mission, to dissuade any attack on their NATO ally.
Here we have a light reconnaissance vehicle, and then we have these AMX-10RC armed reconnaissance vehicles.
In total, 500 French soldiers have been called up at very short notice. France is also sending defensive weapons to Ukraine, along with supplies and logistical support.
The European Union has warned that over 7 million people could be displaced as a result of the war. Some 500,000 have already fled the country, and many of them are now in Poland. The government there has waived visa requirements for Ukrainians and is offering free transport through the country. Well, our reporter Emmanuel Shaz is at the Polish border, and we can speak to her right now. Emmanuel, just tell us a little bit about where you are and what it is you've witnessed in the past couple of hours.
Well, we've just arrived here in Rebene. It's at the border with Ukraine. In fact, you see Ukraine behind the checkpoint that you can see here. What you might also see at this border checkpoint, you can also see buses. Those are the buses that will transport Ukrainian refugees and anybody fleeing Ukraine towards other cities here in Poland, a neighboring nation and a nation where people really show showed solidarity and are really ready to help. I just came, I drove through the country today. I've just arrived. I saw some Ukrainian flags on buses in Warsaw, and you can see those grey buses at the back where that will drive refugees elsewhere. Also, something that I've seen when I arrived here is people completely exhausted walking along this road, which is usually a very busy road. It's a place where you have a lot of traffic, and at the moment there's absolutely nobody. There's only ambulances, firefighters sometimes who pass. Police, Polish police, and of course nobody can go back, can enter Ukraine anymore from that road. But you can see people with their suitcases, with their, with their belongings, all that they could bring with them, just walking. Those who didn't come with a car, just walking. They are completely exhausted. To be honest, the ones I saw, I didn't want to even ask them anything. They didn't want to talk. It was clear. It was really clear that they've been walking for hours. Other people you might see, also cars just right behind me. Even the cars are a statement of what just happened. The cars also look like they've really been through this whole thing. There's people of all ages. There's also elderly people here. And I've talked to a student, a Zambian student who was here, who told me, we've been hearing reports of crossing borders being being more difficult for people of color. And I saw this Zambian student who told me it wasn't easy to reach this border. Fortunately, he managed to cross as well. So thousands of Ukrainians are crossing this border, as well as everybody who was in Ukraine, students, refugees as well, who are trying to flee what has become a war zone.
And Emmanuel, just give us a sense of what conditions are like where you are. We've been hearing that it's extremely cold indeed, and as you say, people have been walking for hours, if not days, to get to the safety of where you are.
Well, if you see behind me, there's in those buses some people waiting. Also, there's even a group of people who are here on the side of the road. They're either waiting another car, they're waiting for that buses. There's also temporary toilets just there. If I can turn the camera a little bit, we might see just over there. Oops. Can you still see me?
We see you, Emmanuel. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you can see temporary toilets having been put there, people entering. So very dire situation here at the border.
Emmanuel Shaz, live at the Polish border. Thank you very much indeed for your reporting today. Well, the Russian economy is in turmoil this Monday. The ruble fell sharply at the start of trading this morning, and the central bank has announced its interest rate is being cut. It's raising interest rates. This is the Russian central bank to 20%. This is in a bid to halt the slump in the value of the Russian currency and to shield it as well from some of those Western economic sanctions we've been reporting on today. The financial unrest, though, it's worth emphasizing, is already impacting ordinary Russians. Long queues have been reported to withdraw money. This amid fears that the currency collapse could wipe out people's savings. Well, it's time now on France 24 to check in with our arts and culture desk to see what kind of repercussions these events in Ukraine are having on the cultural sector, both here and abroad. Olivia Salazar-Winspear is with me. And Olivia, you're starting first of all with a flurry of cancellations.
Yes, quite predictably, in fact, Nadia. Now, we have just heard that the Russian participation in the Venice Biennale this year has been called off due to the two artists and their curator pulling out. They've said that this is definitely in protest at the situation with artist Alexandra Sukharova saying on social media that there is no place for art when civilians are dying under the fire of missiles, when citizens of Ukraine are hiding in shelters, and when Russian protesters are getting silenced. So that's certainly a strong move on her part. Ukraine's pavilion at this same event, an international event of great importance, is also looking a lot less likely to go ahead in April when it opens, since the artist Pavlo Makov there, based in Kiev, said last week that they're not able to continue working on the project of the Ukrainian pavilion due to the danger to their lives. Now, looking at music, the Eurovision Song Contest has moved to ban Russia from the event this year, which is taking place in May in Turin in Italy. And another boycott for Russia, it comes from French dancer and choreographer Laurent Hilaire, who this weekend stepped down from the Stanislavski Theatre in Moscow after 5 years directing the ballet company there. He said that he could not continue that mission in the current context.
What's reaction been, Olivia, outside of Ukraine and outside of Russia from artists and from institutions?
Well, Nadia, you will have seen, like me, waves of support on social media from all sectors of the arts, as well as expressions of solidarity for the Ukrainian people, especially this weekend at the Screen Actors Guild Awards in Los Angeles. Leslie Odom Jr. and Michael Keaton mentioned their support for the Ukrainian people and for its president, Volodymyr Zelensky, being a former actor himself. Actor Brian Cox, however, you can see there, was even more explicit about his concerns concerning the situation. Let's hear a little more from him.
The thing that's really distressed me is what's happening in Russia to my fellow actors and actresses and performers and writers and critics. They are told under pain of high treason that they cannot say a word about Ukraine. And I think that is pretty awful. And I think we should all stand together, and also for those people, the people in Russia who don't like what's going on, and particularly the artists. And I think we should really join in celebrating them and hoping that they can actually make a shift, as I believe they can.
Brian Cox there speaking for those who, as he points out, may not feel free to speak out against the war. Now, another American platform, American comedy sketch show Saturday Night Live, pivoted from their usual light-hearted tone for their opening segment, which featured music from the Ukrainian chorus Dumka of New York. They sang a very moving rendition of Prayer for Ukraine. That's definitely a departure from their normal style at Saturday Night Live. And staying in New York, Carnegie Hall has cancelled upcoming performances from the Mariinsky Orchestra. That's a move echoed in London, where the Royal Opera House has cancelled productions with Moscow's Bolshoi Ballet Company. And of course, these are quite predictable, understandable diplomatic and political moves, given the context, but they have sparked criticisms in some quarters. Some say this is making civilians or artists suffer for the actions of their government. For example, Anna Netrebko, the Russian opera star, actually stated on social media that she is opposed to this war, but she does believe that Russian artists shouldn't be forced to denounce their homeland.
Olivia Salazar-Winspear, thanks very much indeed for that. And thank you for watching France 24. It's time for just a short break from us here in the newsroom, but do stay tuned. Much more news and analysis on the situation in Ukraine coming up after this.
Більше пузочів в мене, ну давайте.
C'est 6 € pour ça. Pour les autres.
Fixing that fella's
There's lots of things I like. Fishing, marches by John Philip Sousa.
Я как частный предприниматель. Нет,